Hello and welcome to Video Game After Live. My name is Ashley. I'm going to be hosting this episode and I'm joined with my friends.
I am Brynne. This is my first time on the pod.
I'm Drew.
I'm Dean. Been here.
Cool. So I was going to open up some stuff for like a little conversation starter. I was going to ask, because, holidays are coming up, means there's a lot of games coming out. What are y'all's most anticipated holiday games that y'all are after on the soon-to-be released list?
All my anticipated games have just come out. I don't know.
I like what?
Red Dead 2 just came out. I was really anticipating that game, and it's out now. Don't have it yet, but it's out. Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I was excited for that. I mean, I'm kind of using it for free, but that's another thing. Not illegally. Don't worry about that. And then
It's probably illegal.
no, it's Google's Project Stream.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of the other games have come out, and I actually can't get them at all because they're all on PlayStation.
Nice. What about you, Drew?
My most anticipated game right now is Smash Ultimate.
Nice.
I was also looking forward to Red Dead 2, but I've never owned a PlayStation in my life, and I don't want to spend another $400 on something I probably will be replaced in the next
Red Dead
year.
2. Red Dead 2 is on Xbox too, right?
Yeah, Red Dead's on Xbox also, I think.
True.
But
But
it's not on PC, is it?
I don't know if
No,
it's
it's not on
or not.
PC.
It's
No,
probably
it won't
gonna
be.
come out.
You
They
could
said-
follow suit with what everyone else did and just buy a PlayStation for one game. Like I think a bunch of people have done recently. Like people bought it for God of War and then
Honestly,
they bought
yeah.
it for Spider-Man.
I want to buy a PlayStation 4. Like God of War was coming out, wanted to buy a PlayStation 4, and then Detroit Become Human, and then
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
that was
and then
one of the
it's
games
just
too.
like game after
Detroit.
game after game. I'm like, these are must-haves, and I can't have.
You can't have.
Does PlayStation have like a streaming service, or is it just for PlayStation owners?
I don't know if it's like a streaming service. I think it's like because they're console exclusive, so they only make them for PlayStation. So that's the only reason like people would
Just
buy
like
them.
Halo's console exclusive to
Yeah.
Xbox.
Right, but I think aren't they experimenting with streaming the video of the
They're-
game to
Like a streaming platform like Netflix, but I don't know.
I think they're
not like that, but
Oh.
I think they're trying to do
games.
like some sort of games, like kind of like Game Pass for Xbox. Is that what you're talking about?
it's more of like streaming the game video, kind of like Twitch, but it streams to your PC.
I don't
So
know.
where you don't own the game, but you can play it, kind of?
Yeah, it's on their server. Like they have a PlayStation
sweet.
at their headquarters, and then you're
Okay.
Oh,
basically-
kind of like you can do that in Steam, where you can
Yeah.
have the game installed and
Yeah, where you
on
have,
one
like, the-
computer,
the
and then
friend
you can
library.
access your Steam account from a different computer
Oh,
and play
okay,
it, even though
yeah.
it's installed on the other computer.
Yeah.
something like
yeah.
that.
I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm excited to see what happens with the full release of the horror game Visage, because when everybody got super excited about it, what everybody was playing was actually just an early access version, and the early access version was super cool, and so I would love to see what happens with the actual one. And not as if I have the platform to actually play it, but I'm also really interested in Smash Ultimate.
It'll be a fun time. I know Visage looks really cool, and I'm also excited. I was shown a lot of clips from it just sitting
Oh,
in
it
the
looks
war room one day,
amazing.
and it looks awesome.
It looks so amazing, and it's got a really interesting story.
Do you know anything about the story? What is it? Let me know.
There is a little. This is again in the early access, so it's not a spoiler. But one chapter follows a little girl who has an imaginary friend who starts urging her to kill people. You know how imaginary
As
friends
you do.
usually
Yeah,
do.
of
Yes.
course.
Kind of
Basically
like the
every horror
Babadook,
story.
except not.
Shut up, Steve.
And yeah, she urges. I think the little girl maybe kills one of the pets, and she's like, "My friend told me to do it," and the parents are like, "Oh, frick."
Oh, that sounds like a missing scene from Inside Out.
Oh, of course. You had the main cast
Where-
of Inside Out, and
well,
then
no,
you had the other one,
'cause-
Murderous Rage,
Because
who just wasn't there.
You've got
Absent
her
that day.
her imaginary friend that disappears into the forgotten
Oh,
area.
yeah,
What's
that
like,
guy.
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong
Yes.
comes back and
He
like
has
murder
the-
your family, and you're like, oh wow, this movie just got really different.
Why
You
did
know,
you betray
it's-
me, Joy?
No, that's whenever they make they make Inside Out 2, but like 18 years later. So it's an
There we go.
R-rated
Oh, like
movie.
actually 18 years.
Yeah, like
kinda
actually 18 years later.
Incredibles 2 came
Just
out
took
14
forever.
years after.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
It's a fantastic
Yeah.
release schedule.
Incredibles 2
And
comes
it's
out
got
when
those standard creepy drawings of a girl like drawing like herself, and then this big black shadow character being like, "This is
now we're
my
just-
best friend."
now
It's
we're
like,
just describing the Silent Hill
no.
movie.
Or Babadook. Yeah.
It's the
Or
Bob,
Babadook,
as
yeah.
you said, yeah.
In-
Inside
Babadook's a
Out
good
meets
movie.
Inside Out meets Babadook. The Babadook trailers terrified me when they first came out.
Dude, the Babadook
Just
is
the
gay culture.
trailers.
Oh,
But now
It's
the
true.
Babadook
Yeah.
is a gay pride icon.
It's true because Netflix
I mean that's
fucked
not
up
necessarily
their...
a good thing, but
I-
like,
No,
that's not
it's
a good
not.
representation.
No, I'm a fan. Listen, I am also a murderous parasitic demon, so it's fine.
I knew it. That's why you got the Venom shirt on.
I was gonna say
course.
that.
Hidden
Hey,
with the
Venom's
venom.
not a parasite.
I
Yeah,
mean-
Eddie's
okay,
the parasite.
Whoa.
From
Whoa.
my-
Actually,
Don't
according
you
to
disrespect
a
my
actually,
boy.
according to one theory, he is.
Technically, he's not a parasite. Parasite would
He's
be
a
feeding
symbiote.
off. He is a symbiote because
yeah,
it
that-
is a
that's literally what he's
symbiotic
called.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally what he's called. Isn't
Cute.
It's
What?
the symbiote saga. It's great.
What I know of Venom is mostly just from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst representation
I know,
of Venom.
probably. Yeah.
Dancing man.
I'm not seeing the new Venom movie yet.
It's good.
Although you say it's good.
I've
and
seen
a lot
it.
of people have said it's awful.
I might
Okay,
be seeing
critics,
it this weekend.
you
Maybe.
should. Critics say it's bad. Audiences say it's really good.
I mean,
it's really well
I'm
received
never gonna get to see
audience-wise.
a movie right now. I'm just so
Critics
broke. Like, I
say
want to see
it's
Bohemian
bad.
Rhapsody. I want to see Venom. I want to see so many movies. And I'm just never
Just
gonna get 'em.
wait 3 weeks till Venom comes out because I already pre-ordered it and I'll just let you borrow it.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So
Uh,
video games, right?
It's some video games.
Yeah,
Video
yeah.
games.
Listen, this is a podcast. We can talk about whatever we want. This is
Oh,
true.
awesome.
It's a great show. But let's see. There's some pretty cool stuff in video games. It's a good time.
Well, wait.
So-
What are your most anticipated games?
My most
Yeah.
anticipated games. I
Kingdom Hearts.
pre-ordered Smash. I'm excited for that.
Eh,
Um,
I don't care.
I'm
about
getting
Okay.
I'm getting Hitman 2
Hmm.
and Fallout 76, which me
I saw a
and
trailer for that. It was like live action, kind of. It was a
Wait,
little
wasn't
weird.
Hitman one of those games that was like super controversial because you just go around murdering people, or am I thinking of a different game?
I think like OG Hitman forever ago that was like a thing, but
Well,
now
they're
no one
making it-
cares if you just murder people.
Yeah,
okay.
They're making a
most games
second
like
Hitman
that.
game.
Yeah, they're like continuing the one before, like the most recent Hitman. This is the sequel to that
Oh,
one.
I can't wait for all the Achievement Hunter videos.
They released one I think yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, they have one
I
in
haven't checked since
Hitman 2.
yesterday. So,
Because like they got it early, I think.
What's yesterday?
It's when all your troubles seem so far away.
oh, look at that.
What is that?
Yeah.
Song.
It is a song by the Beatles, but those are what I'm
I love
excited
Yellow
about.
Submarine.
Oh,
Nope,
God.
all right, no.
Nope, none of that.
Nope.
No singing allowed. But I'm excited for those. I'm currently at odds with people about Fallout 76. I'm like trying to see what people think because there are people who are fans of Fallout like already that are saying it's not going to be good
I just
because
want
it's
another
very
Elder Scrolls
different.
game. But
It was announced at E3. It's just going to be a long time.
yeah, that's my
Announced.
problem. Like, it's been
They
10
were like,
years
"We
since the
have
last one.
a title."
So.
No,
We're like, yeah,
right.
give me a title. Here's some
It wasn't
footage
even a
that
name.
probably won't look
It's-
like
Oh
that.
no, it's not going to be like that at all.
It's been 10 years? Seriously?
It's been more than 10 years.
Yeah, it's
now.
been more than 10. When
How
did
many times
Oh
has
my
Skyrim,
God.
been
Skyrim came
released?
out in 2011?
Yeah, that's
2011
right.
How could
was
they- I don't
7
understand how they
years
could-
ago.
7 years ago,
Oh
yeah.
I
my
don't understand how they
God.
would go that long without another game because that is like
Because
their
they have
most successful
They have
game.
Elder Scrolls Online. That's
Well-
what's feeding them right now for
well,
the
I
Elder
mean-
Scrolls series.
I thought that was
Skyrim and
shit.
Elder Scrolls.
It
Elder
was- it
Scrolls
got
are so
better.
detailed.
Really?
They're really
I
detailed.
have it. I just haven't really played it since like my first 10 minutes, which
It's-
was
It's
awful.
different. It's really weird. It doesn't feel very Elder Scrollsy.
It felt like World of Warcraft,
felt-
but worse.
It felt like bad World of Warcraft. Honestly, it feels like. Have you ever played Neverwinter, the like free-to-play MMO that you can download? If you ever played that, that's exactly what it feels like. So like D&D put out a free-to-play MMO
Oh, is
that
that-
you could
oh.
like that you could download called Neverwinter, where you just play through like stories in the D&D universe. And me and my friends have played that. To
I
the point that
recognize
we're
the
all-
city name.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking D&D wise,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wait, I recognize it, but I've not played that game.
we played that to the point that we were all like max level, and we're just like, this is bad.
You're at max level. This is awful.
You waited
Obviously,
that long.
to the game
and we
devs,
still play.
to the game devs, that they don't care because you're still playing. So, like,
Masochism.
It was bad.
I don't
Though
know
I
about
do
that, but
have a
alright.
giant armored spider as a mount, and it's really cool.
I mean,
You
can get that
and
in World of
spiders,
Warcraft.
man.
I'm actually arachnophobic. I don't like spiders like IRL, but I have
Well,
a giant armored spider.
Don't
It's a
look
giant
now.
spider on your shirt right
Don't
now.
look now, but there's a spider on your shirt.
Oh no, is it a spider? Get it off.
All right, red versus blue reference.
Okay. There are some other cool things I've heard about recently, though. Have you guys heard about the Destiny 3 leak
No.
There's a Destiny 3.
There's
That's fake.
there's a leak of Destiny 3. Okay,
Haven't even finished
I-
Destiny 2.
I don't even know what it
okay.
is, but I just
I was
also
gonna
thought
play
it was
Destiny
fake.
2, and then I saw it was 80 gig, and I was like, nope.
It's a big game, but I
much.
also kind of hope it's fake because now would not be the time for them to be doing that.
Yeah.
But
Destiny 2 is awful.
Destiny
It
2
was-
is still going on, especially
oh yeah, they have three
Ashley
more.
here.
They have 3 more DLCs like in the pipeline
Yeah,
currently.
so talking about a Destiny
Destiny
3,
2.
it's like, well, obviously they're not putting all the resources into Destiny 2, so they don't care about it.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think they're like Destiny 2's trash at this point. We need to do something.
I mean, it's a good point. You
Is
got a
this-
point
Yeah,
there.
they have like a season
Sell
pass
the
for
IP.
3 small like DLCs that are basically events, and like it's kind of like this DLC comes out, you get these guns. It's not like it has like new planets or anything like
Oh,
that.
that's
it's
lame.
like those are the next 3. Well, because they just had the Comet DLC of Forsaken.
Here,
So-
DLC, buy the guns. That's
Well,
a microtransaction.
It's not a microtransaction. You buy the DLC to get the chance to unlock the guns. It's still random whether or not you'll get them. You're
well,
not
that's
guaranteed
worse.
anything.
That's like a microtransaction.
That's like a loot box.
You buy the access to be able to go grind for 1,000
You
hours
buy the
to
access
get
to
it.
go for loot boxes.
That's
Yeah.
Wait,
terrible.
Is it guaranteed that you will get it eventually if you work hard
There-
enough?
Uh,
That sounds like
basically, yes.
gambling.
That's how Destiny works. Over time, you
Yeah.
will eventually get all the guns if you just play. Like, the thing is
Not
though,
true. Not for me. You have to play an insane amount.
you have to
That's
play
the problem.
the amount I play.
Yeah,
which
which
sucks.
is-
I'm not max level, and it's stressing me out, man. Because I should be, because my raid team is all max level, and I'm usually the first one there. But school has gotten in the way of my Destiny game.
How
Oh,
many
no.
hours, How many hours have you logged in this game?
I have 3,000 hours in the first game,
Oh
and
my
probably
God.
2,000 in this one.
How many hours are in a year?
I know there's
3,600.
525,600 minutes.
That's too small.
So divide that by
It's something
60.
36.
Yeah, it's something like that. I know me and my parents worked it out one day because we were bored for my time in the first game, where we mathed out the number of hours for the amount of time that the
If you were
first game
bored,
had
just play
been out.
Destiny.
Yeah,
That's your
and for
relationship with your
The
parents.
thing is, for the amount of time that the game had been out, it was equivalent to having a part-time job.
Oh my god.
That's how much I had played the first game.
Oh my
Ashley,
gosh.
It was
no.
bad. But
I mean,
this
Ashley's
semester
insane,
I haven't played it in like 2 weeks. I don't think I've logged on in 2 weeks.
See, this is what. Okay,
That's me
so
in
I'm going to
Toontown.
tell you about my experience with
It's me and
Destiny.
Ace.
Let's hear
As
Dean's
as a
experience.
franchise. So I bought Destiny 1. So excited. I was like, Bungie came out with a game. It's going to be amazing. Played it.
Halo
Played
2,
it through the
baby.
entire story of Destiny 1. I was like, there
What
was no
story?
story. So I was
It's
really
written
upset.
on the
You know what I did
cards.
with the rest of that game? Never bought a DLC. Ever.
The DLCs are what made the first game good.
I don't want to buy DLCs. I want to buy a game and have the game.
That's
I
not
don't
how
want to have
games
to put
work,
extra
Dean.
money. That's that.
I wish you could see the
were from a
gestures that they're
simpler time.
making right now. I wish
It's
this
not how,
was
okay,
visible.
you say that's not how games work, but that's how they should and had worked.
They had worked that way, but this is the future, Dean.
Yeah, this is the future where companies want more money to give you the same amount or less of product.
No, they give you more. They give you
No,
game and a half.
it's less.
They give you game and
What
a half.
They give you 0.75 of a game
Problem is
after
that
DLC.
standards for games have gone too high.
Was Destiny
The
the
standards
game
for
where
these
the
games are too damn high.
was Destiny the game where most of the lore was hidden in like some
Grimoire
Grimoire
cards
cards
thing?
online.
Which
Yeah, which
now they've
everybody
done
hated.
something.
Oh, now
even,
they're in the game. Oh
now
my!
Now they're in the game, but they've done something even crazier. Now you can buy physical Grimoire cards.
Oh,
On their website, they're releasing books in anthology like
Pokemon?
volumes,
You've
and you
gotta
can
be
buy
kidding.
all of the Grimoire cards from the first game as
how could
physical
they have
books.
gone so wrong from Halo? Like Halo,
Because all the
concise
people-
game,
right.
done, multiplayer in it. People loved it, and then they
Story
No,
is
you
in
want to know what it was?
game.
All the people who work on Bungie are the people that they got from like Activision and all of their other partnerships, and the people who were like working on Halo went to 343 and continued to make
really?
Halo. Yeah, like that's how the split was.
How they fucked that up too.
They didn't fuck it up. It's still good.
Halo is also not the greatest. Okay, Halo 5 was shit awful, especially in story.
God.
Online,
Okay.
the online
Online was
multiplayer,
really
like
fun.
The Warzone stuff, that is
Warzone's
very fun.
amazing. I love Warzone.
I just
But
hate the cards.
their story was a little messed up, which is why they're doing Halo Infinite next, and it's
Which
just
is-
going to completely change.
It
They're not
looks-
even going
it
to do
looks
the
interesting.
So
Like-
is every game just making a new version of the game and slapping on some form of limitless or endless onto it?
No,
Halo Infinite, Smash Ultimate.
Ultimate's not infinite.
it's true. He's
Ultimate's
got
just
you there.
There's room to grow.
There's a
does,
lot of
there's-
Yeah,
Super
the next one
Ultimate.
is Smash Infinite.
some game theory calculated out the amount of possible stages and combinations you have, and it's so big that there wasn't a named number for it.
Oh, it's past Google or Googleplex.
Even more than that.
You're talking about
more than
Smash?
that.
I guess.
We're talking
I don't
like
know.
10 to the 24th,
But what
I
game?
think. For
For
Smash
Smash.
Ultimate.
For Smash
They're
Ultimate.
saying
for,
like the different like moves and combos and stuff. Like
Yeah,
the
every
amount of
Don't worry,
character-
Sonic Fox will learn all of
well,
them.
no, the amount of combos is more than we have named numbers, which
Yeah.
I don't know if Googleplex is the top one anymore.
I
But
don't
like,
know if it is
it's
either, but
very
I think
far.
it was.
It's up there.
What's your
It's really big.
most anticipated character that's coming back? Because they have all of them now. Like
Coming back
Except
or
Waluigi.
just
or that's going to be in the
Rip.
game. Who are you excited for most?
You know, I wrote that out on a list that I was going to talk about, but now I don't have it. I could look at it, but I'm actually kind of excited for King K. Rool. Like when I saw his video, like when they first announced him, his combos look insanely fast and like interesting, and I was just like, that looks. I don't know anything about K. Rool as a character, but like just he looks amazing. I want to try him.
Is Waluigi in the game?
No.
No, he might be an assist trophy, but he was an assist trophy in Brawl, I think.
I don't want him as an assist trophy. I want him as a playable character. Again,
Oh, has he
not
not been
that
in
I'll
any
ever
Smash
be
game?
able to play
I
it.
don't
I-
think he has. Has he?
Because if he had, then bringing back all the characters would bring him.
I am
Well,
sitting
But
here
if he
as
hasn't-
He hasn't been a playable character.
I am
Well, then,
sitting
yeah, well,
here as
then-
the extreme
that's what I mean.
novice.
He would just be an add-on character then. He'd be
That'd
new.
be cool, but
That would be cool.
Nintendo.
But Nintendo.
I mean, it makes sense why you wouldn't want it. Like Waluigi,
He's a joke character.
there's not really anything to represent him. Like
reason why.
they put a lot of work into like making sure their moveset represents like everything about that character and their history and their
all
in
of
the game universe.
Waluigi's moves would just be wah.
Yeah, basically.
Or it would be, no,
Perfect.
it'd be
It would
he'd
just
like
be sound waves.
no, his smash would be he'd pull out a giant tennis racket and he would hit someone with it because like isn't that where he showed up was like a
Yeah,
tennis game or
Wario
something?
needed a partner.
Yeah, Wario needed a partner, so they came with Waluigi.
I don't know if that's his first appearance, but
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis Aces, I think.
what?
Yeah,
That's not his first
Yeah.
appearance in the Mario universe.
Not the most recent tennis game, one of the earlier ones.
it's like one of the early tennis games. They had Wario, and then they were like, "Well, we need to
It's
play
gotta be
doubles
tennis
tennis,
pairs,
and
yeah,
he needs
I got
a
you.
dude."
I thought you said Aces, and I was like, that's the newest one.
No,
Well, I mean,
she said aces.
couldn't they just use Bowser or something?
I mean, I guess they could use Bowser, but I mean, Bowser wouldn't hang out with anyone like Wario.
Yeah, Wario's kind of like in between the good and bad, I feel like.
Oh no, I just mean
Straight up bad
Bowser's
guy.
Bowser's too cool to hang out with Wario.
Yeah,
Wario
that
actually
too.
has his own
Losers.
standalone game.
How dare you? Bowser's a national treasure.
Yeah, we need a Waluigi standalone game.
Wario's standalone game.
What are you talking about?
and
It's Waluigi's Mansion.
Dean, no.
I legitimately bought this game. It was from a Scholastic Book Fair
no.
catalog.
Bad
it
choice.
was WarioWare for the DS, where you make little
Are
miniature
you
little
about
mini
to explain
games.
WarioWare to me?
I don't know if any. It's so obscure. I don't know if y'all have heard about
It's not
it because
obscure.
it's so stupid. I spent money on that.
WarioWare is one of the greatest franchises of all time.
Is it a
And the
franchise?
the first one is on the Game Boy Advance, and that was one of my
Oh, boy.
favorite games. What?
I said, oh boy.
Have you not played it?
No, I haven't played. I didn't know WarioWare was
my
a
God,
thing.
I still
What?
have it.
I thought everyone was like, "Why are you explaining
I
WarioWare?"
just don't care about.
I
most
still have
Nintendo.
that game.
No,
I love
like,
Pokemon.
I will take it from
Yeah.
you.
I was
I've
like,
never played
Please
the DS.
do.
I never played the DS.
Talking about Pokemon, right?
Pokemon,
Sure.
good, yes.
You mentioned Pokemon. Are you excited for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu?
Oh yeah, that
No.
hasn't been said.
No?
No,
Why?
I don't.
When does that
I
come
just
out?
don't care. Why would they go away from their naming convention? It was perfectly fine.
What?
I mean, did they run out of minerals?
I-
Well, I guess they did Sun and Moon. Yeah, they did run out of
they
minerals.
did Sun and Moon, they
The
did
most
Black and
recent
White.
one.
They
Yeah,
did,
you're right. They ran out of minerals a long time ago.
They
Yeah.
did X and Y.
The last one was like
That was
Ruby,
forever ago.
Emerald.
Yeah.
X and
Oh,
Y.
Oh,
Diamond
no,
Pearl
it wasn't even
passed.
minerals. It was just diamond, pearl, and platinum.
It was colors.
Yeah, it was colors and stuff. I just liked their naming convention before, but then going straight, like going.
They
like,
changed the naming
Pokemon.
convention all the time. That's like the Pokemon thing.
My friend
Yeah, but
and
like
I,
they've never done a specific like. It's always been
Oh, they've never
just
done,
kind
like,
of
a specific
an object or an
Pokemon.
idea.
Well, yeah.
It's not been like, oh, let's go Pikachu. I'm just like,
my
the way
friends
Pokemon
and I
is
were
an
trying to.
idea.
My friends and I were trying to come up with a list of potential Pokemon names. We came up with. This was before Sun and Moon came out, and we did come up with Sun and Moon, but we also came up with things like Pokemon Left and Right, Pokemon Salt and Pepper,
Left and right?
Pokemon.
no,
Yeah.
I feel like Pokemon
She's-
Salt would be just
No,
way too
Pokemon
simple.
right.
Left and Right is a party game on the Switch, but only one person can use the
No.
left Joy-Con.
No, no,
and
no, no,
one
no,
person
no,
can use the right one.
no. Pokemon Left and Right is a political Pokemon
No!
game. Red and blue, baby.
I think that.
Yeah.
I think that might have been another one. Pokemon Republican and Democrat.
those are the legendary Pokemon.
Team Donkey. No, those are the.
Okay,
the,
no.
the
Here we
Team
go.
Rocket
What
thing.
would the Pokemon name be for the donkey and the elephant Pokemon
Oh.
that would be in Left and Right?
Donkey Poo.
Well, obvious. Okay, wait. So Republicans are elephants.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's
Obanicon.
gonna be elephant Trump.
Obamacon.
Ella Trump.
Ella Trump. I like Ella
Ella
Trump.
Trump and Obamacon.
That actually sounds
Or
like
Trumpelet. Trumpelet.
familiar.
Trumplet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Trumplet more. Okay.
Obamass.
Obama. No. That's just mean.
I get it though, because the donkey's an ass.
Yeah.
That's where the donkey came from, because people kept calling
You
Andrew
can't-
Jackson
I
a
don't-
jackass,
that
and he
would-
ran with
that
it.
That would never be a thing because you can't like defame their name. Trumplet is not necessarily.
Yeah, no, it's not
Oh
necessarily.
yeah,
Just
because
has three
elephants
heads.
trumpet.
Three head what?
Like Trumpelet. It's like triple.
Okay.
So 3 heads.
I was just thinking like trumpet, because they've got the
Yeah, because they got the trunk.
Okay,
Yeah.
Obamkey.
Trunklet. There you go.
I don't know.
I guess going back to the naming
Haraki.
convention is like I don't
No.
necessarily see this as their next big Pokemon game. It's
No,
kind of,
mean,
yeah.
I haven't
think they have
owned-
one that's like gonna come out pretty soon after. that's
Yeah,
supposed to
I-
be
that's
like-
what I've heard
the
as
last
well.
like Game Boy that I owned was a DS, like the original DS. So I haven't played any of the Pokemon games in a long time, especially because they moved to
haven't
like
changed.
3D.
They've
and-
changed a lot.
The
actually.
only
They're easy.
Pokemon Sun and Moon
Yeah,
mixed
they-
up the formula, but otherwise the formula's the same.
Well, yeah,
Except for Heart
they're
Gold and Soul
three-dimensional.
Silver.
X and Y also changed it, did it not? Like it was the what didn't
It
Oros
still had the
change
traditional
something?
gem. It
Like
still had the
Omega Ruby,
traditional
Alpha
gem.
Sapphire changed something, and then X and Y stayed with that, and then after X and Y they changed it again.
Son of a-
X,
Because now
X
it's
and
like
Y came out
3D.
first. X and Y
It's
came
not
out
just
first.
like the pixel where you like left and like it's not like
It's been 3D
squares anymore.
since like
Been
the
3D since
3DS
like
era.
yeah.
yeah, since
right,
like
but
black
I
and
never
white.
got the 3DS. So I don't feel a connection to the games anymore.
It was like
I still don't-
X and Y brought in Mega Evolution. I didn't play Auras, and then
That was stupid. Mega Evolutions is like, you can evolve. And
Yeah,
fight
it was
to
stupid.
this,
I
and
think
then
Mega
after
Evolutions are
fight.
cool.
I was gushing over
just wish
Mega
it would just-
Absol, but
it would always be that.
I'm like,
it's just like a
Well,
fourth
no, because it's like
evolution.
a fount of power. So
Right,
you
but
get
I-
it, and
I
then you
think
get
that's-
tired. You can't use it anymore.
I understand that. Like, I get the concept, and that's cool. But I liked the like, I've become more powerful. I've evolved. I felt like,
Yeah.
cool. Charizard can go to a 4th evolution. That's
And you
so
thought it would
cool.
stay.
And then you stay there. And like, that would have been cool. But no, they're just like, no, we take it away from you. Like after battle.
Yeah, and
I'm just
then,
like, well, then
But you have it every time.
no. But I don't want to. I'd rather just have him be there. That's where he is, and that's cool.
Yeah, because
So
then,
Sun
it's
and
just
Moon
like
brought in
not
the
naming
island
Mega
challenges.
Charizard, right?
Yeah, he's just
Just-
Charizard.
It's like a new name, not just Mega Charizard.
it's like Charizard
It's
X
Charizard
or
X and
Charizard
Charizard
Y.
Y.
Right. He had two
Because
different.
he has two.
Mega
You can get
evolutions.
you can
Whereas
get
most
like
of the
the
other ones just have
pearl.
one.
Yeah, because they have to hold an item. You can get the item that they hold
Which
that
is
makes them
lame.
mega evolve. Yeah, it is
I
lame.
hate that.
But you can get one from Y that makes him just like the bigger version of his normal like coloration.
And then X
where he-
turns
and
in
then
blue,
X turns in blue and black.
which does look pretty cool. I have to say.
I do enjoy that one. X
is
was
a
the one
good
I played
color
more. I
scheme.
didn't play all the way through Y just because I like Xerneas.
It's kind of like a lazy
yeah.
attempt to make a fourth evolution. Like if
Exactly.
if they were gonna do a 4th evolution, they would need to remodel it and change the name to something a lot
Yeah.
different than
Right.
Charizard
Well, no, I think
X.
they did a better job with like the whole like you gain power mid-fight thing with like the Z moves that they did.
Oh, the Z
for
moves looked so
Sun and
dumb
Moon.
though. I liked having the Z moves. I liked the Pokemon being able to use these interesting new moves, but I hated the stupid dance the trainer did.
I think the
I
dances were cool.
despised
That's
that.
the which one is that? Is it the
That's the
water?
water.
Was I right?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
played that game.
No,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
they
that was
actually
one
had
of them.
Kula at some
It's
point, and it's the
essentially
water
the
one.
Hawaiian
Water!
Pokemon, so yeah,
Yeah.
you got it right.
Yeah,
Yay.
it's
That's
Sun and Moon
Alolan.
was innovative,
Thank you
but
very much.
Aloha.
Let's just
Yeah.
erase Hawaiian
Alola.
history.
Yeah, it's
It was
Alola.
Alola.
Alola means
No, I'm saying
Alola.
aloha. I'm saying hello
Yeah, I know.
in Hawaiian.
No,
No,
I'm talking about
Alola is
Pokemon.
the region, and they also use Alola to say hello and goodbye. It's the name
Yep.
of their region, and they're like,
That didn't make any sense.
exactly,
Like, Hawaii is not hello in Hawaii.
exactly, exactly.
It's very dumb.
Exactly.
That's why I didn't play that game.
I don't.
I
don't-
started it and went.
It
no.
had-
I mean,
One
the
thing
fact
that's
that you
cool
have to
about that
buy
game-
essentially, no, it's not a console, but essentially another like device to play the game at this point is why I don't play them.
And the-
Well, I mean,
do
they're
not
also
want
handheld
to.
devices. They're cheaper.
Right, but
True.
they're still like $100, right?
More like 170 when you first get them.
See, I
got
I
mine when I
can't
first
afford
got it.
that.
The
Like
2DS is like
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the
70
2DS
bucks.
is dumb.
The 2DS is stupid.
You want to?
No, wait,
You
the
don't. You
2DS
don't want
has
your
the flip
3D.
now. and it's $70.
Oh, so it's a
But
DS
the,
now.
yeah, the whole point of the
Go back to the
2DS was
DS?
so you could give it to like kids so they don't break the flip thing. Like that's why they put it out.
No, that's not why they did
They-
that.
That's absolutely why they put it out.
No,
Well,
it's
that's what
because
happened to my DS.
it's
I
because
remember
some
now.
people wanted to play 3DS games without the 3D, and my response to
also
that
not the-
is
What's the
take
point?
the
Yeah, then
scroller
what's your take on
down.
it? No, one second. What's
The reason they put the 2DS out is because they had it. Nintendo had a lawsuit with another company about like stealing their 3D thing. So so every time they sell a 3DS, they have to pay that company like a premium. So
Really?
they did the 2DS so that they didn't have to use the 3D technology. But it also appeals to the market of people that just don't care about the 3D part.
I mean, when
Which
the
is a lot.
3DS first came out, and I would play it at Target because I didn't have it, and they would have it like out to test play. I remember that I could get like a headache from the 3D, but then I finally caved and bought it because I wanted the new Animal Crossing.
I
was never
don't care about the 3D
I was
part.
never a big fan of Animal Crossing.
I feel like
I
the
was
3
because I was a girl and a child, and loved it. I still love it.
New New Leaf was probably I think the second Animal Crossing I had, but I kind of grew out of it. I was like really big on the first or the DS version.
It's still I have New Leaf in my DS in my dorm room right now.
I
My
just-
town's rotting.
I just never liked the 3D. I felt like the 3DS was essentially like the old 3D movies where it's like, it pops out at you, gotcha.
Yeah.
Whereas like the
Getcha.
newer 3D movies are like, you can like see depth, and I feel like that's more.
Oh, so much.
That's
so much
more.
of the-
It's more of a refined 3D.
Yeah.
Like I understand like that adds something to the film. You almost feel like you're there. That's cool. Whereas the like pop at you is more like you're not.
The
there.
Spy Kids 3D.
That points out to you.
Dude, Spy Kids 3D was dope.
Oh yeah, Spy Kids 3D.
Spy
was
Kids
the
3D.
What are you talking about? Spy Kids 3D, like
He was the guy.
no, Spy Kids 3 3D
I
is
am
the
the
movie
guy.
though.
Oh, yeah, it's Spy
Oh
Kids
my
3 3D.
He
Gosh,
dies in the next scene.
that movie though is insane because it's got like George Clooney, Sylvester Stallone, and like playing
Sylvester
several of
Stallone.
himself.
Sylvester
the
Stallone
only
plays
thing I
like
remembered from
5
it was
characters,
Sylvester
and they're all
Stallone.
just himself.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
different
yeah.
personalities.
He-
It's
Game
fantastic.
They even lampshade it. He's like, why do I listen to you guys? And the guys are like, because
we're
we are
you."
you.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I remember from that movie. That and like the health pack video game.
And then
bit.
what?
Oh, no, the guy-
Selena Gomez is in it as like
Selena
a Russian.
Gomez.
Oh yeah.
And
George
and,
Clooney's the president, but also Sylvester Stallone in disguise.
That's true.
I mean, George Clooney was the president in all of them.
Elijah Wood shows up.
Elijah
Wood
Wood
shows
is
up
the
for a
guy.
grand total of like
And then-
5 minutes.
yeah.
And then
And dies. Yeah, that's so
Remember that.
Yeah,
funny.
at the end, he shows up. He's like, "I'm the guy." He's like, "Don't worry, I got this," and goes to open a door
Nope.
and just gets shit on.
even
and
No, you
dies.
don't.
Elijah Wood. I just knew him
It
as
was
the guy.
it was baby Elijah Wood. He looked like
Right.
he looked really young.
Yeah, he
He
did.
always does.
Honestly,
He's
like
one of those
I'd
people.
seen that movie after I'd seen Lord of the Rings. I was just like, that's funny.
Yeah.
It made me think
It's
that they were
Frodo.
referencing Lord of the Rings.
Right?
It was before.
It was off. It was not. Dude, okay, that was. Did you know that the beginning of that movie was filmed on Congress? It's in front of the Texas Capitol building. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes, that is
recognized
right.
the street. Like,
I saw the Texas flag. I'm like, wait a minute.
I
I
know
know
that.
this.
I've been there.
I hadn't been there at that
a lot
point,
of this,
but
I don't know if it was just the third movie, but a lot of that movie was shot in Austin.
yeah. I think the third movie was. I don't
How are we
know
talking
if the
about
other
Spy Kids 3?
two- Because it's a gaming
Because
movie.
we started talking about 3D.
Oh, it is.
Because we
Yeah,
started
it's
talking
not-
about
it's
Tokyo
video
Online.
games.
You're right. Is
Spy
VR.
Kids 3 is.
Spy Kids 3, the better Ready Player One.
Honestly,
Ooh,
Wait,
hot
wait.
take. Hot take. Or is it the better Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
No.
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 Okay.
That
Scott Pilgrim was 1,000 times better than
Yeah.
that movie.
Better than both, really.
Yeah, I'll concede that one. Like I love Ready Player One, and
My
Scott
mic-
Pilgrim was still better.
My mic keeps falling into my shirt, so I'm just gonna hold it.
You can just clip it on the outside.
No, it's like still falling into my shirt.
Oh,
I'm
well-
just gonna hold it.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll see
I
about that.
guess.
for the next hour. I
Yeah.
don't know how
Oh.
long we're gonna be here, but
Oh,
We're
never
gonna be here
mind
for
then.
another like 20 minutes,
okay.
something like that.
I still wouldn't be able to do
Oh, there we go.
Anyway, so 20 minutes. I got a thing I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about, Dean?
Diablo Immortal. Ugh.
Okay, I've been seeing memes. I've been seeing people talk about Diablo stuff.
Do you know
What is
about
it?
it at
no.
all? Okay, so
Enlighten me.
so Blizzard had their BlizzCon, and they're like, we're gonna release some news about a new Diablo game. Everybody's like, oh, Diablo 4, it's gonna happen! Oh my God! And they're like, here, like they get to the end of like this is their finale of the convention, and they're like, here is Diablo Immortal, and everybody's like, okay, what's that? And they're like, it's a mobile game, and everybody's like, oh, no. know
I flew
why.
out to this convention for nothing.
Yeah. Like
I don't think that's
They-
why people go to BlizzCon. But
they
like,
built up this like hype.
like it was gonna be some big grand
like
reveal.
It's a Diablo title, and everybody thought title, and they were like, Diablo 4, we're so excited. It's been years. It's been a good amount of time. And then they released this mobile game, and it might be the greatest mobile game there ever is, but it's not Diablo 4.
But it's a mobile game.
I'm not even a Diablo fan, and I feel disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just pure. That's kind of like
Well,
at
it's-
E3 where they were like Elder Scrolls on your phone. It was like
No.
the same thing. It's like quit doing this.
Or
Stop
the
wasting
Nintendo
so
with its 3
it-
mobile games.
it kind of got the same reaction as what the Dota card game.
Oh.
Oh.
The Fallout
No.
mobile game that got a pretty bad reaction.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
a lot of people liked it. But
Was
it got a
that
bad
like?
reaction.
Was it?
I-
It was the Fallout Shelter. or
Yeah,
something.
Fallout Shelter.
It's just
Didn't people play
resource
the shit
management.
out of that though?
People loved the game, but like it got a lot of bad.
I mean, it wasn't
Press at
as
first.
bad because it was like announced after Fallout 4, right?
Right.
Like,
It didn't.
and it was
wasn't
just
as
like
bad.
it was like a precursor to it. Like it was like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
play this for a couple weeks before the game
Fallout
comes
4
out.
comes
We
out, yeah,
promise we will have an actual game. Until then, here's a free mobile game.
So what I heard is that Blizzard announced it, and then there was a Kotaku article that. Yeah.
According to Kotaku.
According.
They said that there are plans to they had planned to release a Diablo 4 trailer, but then they rolled it back at the last minute. Then that Kotaku
Roll back that article. Blizzard had not planned to release a trailer. They're working on Diablo 4. That is happening. They had not planned to release a trailer. This is what they planned to do the whole time.
So did Blizzard just have like a clusterfuck at like the last 2
Yeah.
hours of their convention?
Well, no, like they released this and people were upset, and it kind of seemed like they were surprised people are upset, and people are like,
Okay,
oh.
I mean, the thing is everyone like expects like Blizzard should have known this. All these companies should have known this. But if you're putting
they're-
something out, that means you're expecting people to like it. Otherwise, you wouldn't put it out.
Right.
So it's like
Also,
it's reasonable that they would be
Blizzard
surprised.
is like a big PC market.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Overwatch is on consoles, but it's big on PC as
All
well.
the
It's- but
the competitive
World of
scene's on
Warcraft,
PC.
Diablo, StarCraft, those are mostly PC.
Bring World of
games.
Warcraft to
And then they're
Switch.
like, here's Diablo for your phone that most of you don't really care about mobile gaming. Which, I mean, for people who love mobile gaming, it'll be great for them.
It's like, yeah, it'll be great. It's like if you're a fan of mobile games and you're a fan of Diablo, yeah, there's something for
And
you.
a
But
lot
I
of
don't think
A lot
that
of
should
people
be
are thinking
a
Blizzard, they're looking at this as like a cash grab.
Oh,
Mobile
absolutely.
games
Duh.
get a ton of money, and they're like, I want some of
They're-
that money.
and don't care about the game.
They're probably going to use that to build hype for Diablo 4 more.
Maybe.
And they're
maybe,
going to like use it as cash grab. And then they're going to be like,
But if they were to
that
build
thing you
hype, they
wanted?
would have had to announce Diablo 4.
no, they're just like, they're putting this out so that everyone's like, remember that last Diablo game? It was shit.
Well, didn't they
Here's-
just release a
Here's
third
the
expansion
new
for Diablo
one.
3?
I think so.
I think
don't
so,
know.
and
I don't
I'm
play
just
Diablo.
like, I haven't played Diablo
3 in years.
I'm tired of video game
I was a WoW
companies
player. I didn't play
releasing
Diablo.
like expansions and DLC and pretending like this is better than a new game. Like,
I mean,
come on!
certain DLCs and stuff can be better than like a new game. Like it's equivalent to
Yeah,
a game release.
but,
Like if you
like-
look at stuff that Blizzard's the company that does that. Like
Yeah.
World of
those
Warcraft.
aren't DLC, that's expansions.
Yeah, they're expansions.
As
okay?
in, like, it's an expansion to the game, like, it's essentially an entire game.
Do you download it?
Expansion. Emphasize the
What?
A.
Do you download it?
Which one?
Like the expansions. Do you download them and have to just have World of Warcraft to play it?
Well, that's
Then it's
DLC.
No.
They're DLCs.
No, I buy the game.
Well, yeah.
I buy
but
World of Warcraft
that-
all over again.
No, well, like, I buy the new disc.
I mean that's
Whoa.
fair,
That's
but
crazy.
it's still a DLC.
It's, okay, so DLC, in my mind, it's much smaller.
Yes.
So then would you
Like,
consider like
Destiny,
Forsaken
Destiny's
an expansion?
expansions. Yes, those are
Okay,
expansions.
those are expansions.
Whereas DLC makes me think like DLC is like, Assassin's Creed. I want my ship to look like this. I'm gonna download this content to make
What-
my ship look like this. It's small. Yeah, like that's DLC. Like it's
I
individual.
guess.
Like I want this sword to look like this. I download that. And that's small. It's DLC, and you pay for it. But expansions like we have changed the entire game. Like I remember Sims, The Sims 3. I played that a lot. Expansions, it didn't change the entire game necessarily, but the whole thing was new. Like they
Okay.
add like here's dogs and everything having to do with dogs all in the game, and it works for the entire game. That one almost skirts the line of DLC or not, but I felt like it was expansions,
I see what you
especially
Yeah,
with
that's fair.
WoW Cataclysm. Like
Oh,
that was
Cataclysm completely changed the game, like, entirely.
There was a lot of controversy about Cataclysm.
Oh, yeah.
But it was an expansion. Like the entire game changed.
Cataclysm was on my list of like events that happened in World of Warcraft because it itself was a huge event in the game because it changed how people played it.
Yeah, but I
was
don't see that as DLC because DLC is much smaller.
I guess
form.
I've just always called anything that's like not the base game DLC. Like that's
Yeah,
just
like
how
I get it. You can download it, but it may be an expansion if it's that big, or
Yeah.
or just content.
What would an update?
Updates aren't those because like,
Updates are like
yeah,
within
those are
expansion.
just like continuing to fix the game because games are
Okay.
never perfect. I think updates
Yeah.
don't count as those.
Yeah.
Unless you're Minecraft, in which every update gives you like horses,
Minecraft is a
potions,
different thing.
this
Minecraft is
thing.
weird. There's no expansions
They're
to Minecraft.
Swedish.
It's just Minecraft. They're Swedish.
Not anymore.
It's IKEA. What are you talking? It's IKEA the game.
IKEA. It is IKEA. Oh god, the Swedes. They're doing it.
You have to build everything yourself.
Oh
Did you-
my gosh.
I think they added something recently. Is it
What?
scaffolding? Is that what they added recently?
did they?
Yeah,
Oh my
they added
gosh.
like you can like go under it and then you like jump up and like it's a scaffold
I
so you can like
haven't-
climb up and down.
That's crazy.
I haven't
Makes
played
sense,
PC
but
version
whoa.
Yeah,
of
it'd be
Minecraft
cool.
in months.
I haven't played it in a long time either.
I've been watching Achievement Hunter playing Minecraft. Like they're trying to get to the moon.
Galacticraft?
Yeah, Galacticraft.
Oh, dude, Galacticraft
Wait,
is
get
so
into
cool.
the moon?
Yeah,
So it's a mod that you
Oh,
can
okay,
do.
of course, yeah.
Where it's like instead of just like the world that you're on, they have separate ones like kind of like the end and the nether and all those, but you have
Yeah.
to like be able to travel there.
Yeah,
you have
it's
to build
very. It's
rockets.
like even like they build rockets. There's
have to
like
be, like,
teleportation.
Yeah, you have to
systems.
refine fuel.
God, I love people who do
oxygen,
Minecraft
stuff.
mods.
Like all of that seems like it's almost
That's a new
its
game.
own game.
It is its own game.
Added onto Minecraft.
That's why
That's
everyone
an
says they're like
expansion.
they're playing Galacticraft or they're playing Sky Factory.
not just
like
Minecraft,
yeah, it's
yeah.
different. Sky Factory, I think
That
I like
was
more
an
than
insane series.
Galacticraft though.
Yeah.
Not even just the series. Like I want to try it because it looks like so much fun. Like, Brynne, do you know what Sky Factory is?
No.
So it's Minecraft, but they have you spawn on like a 9 block square of
Oh,
dirt
There's like a
boy.
3x3
in the
yeah.
air,
3 by 3.
and there's nothing else there.
Is it kind of like when people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna make like a intense survival deal where you just spawn on an island with like one tree on it and you have to
It's
survive"?
kind
Except
of
that you're
like-
not. There's no water.
Yeah,
You're
there's
in
no
the
water.
air.
You literally have to pull resources from every other
Okay.
possible thing. Like you can turn water and leaves into dirt, and then you have to turn that dirt into like more stuff for trees. You get one tree and you get that, and that's it.
Well, that sounds more. That's starting to sound like Minecraft crossed
But
with like Doodle
it's-
God, where
the
like
thing
you
is,
combine
no.
fire and water to make
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I finished
But
that game.
what's cool is it expands not into just normal Minecraft. It goes past normal Minecraft where you can make like nuclear reactors
Yeah.
and blood magic
Yeah,
and
blood
like
magic.
Blood magic.
crazy.
There's like tons
weird-
of different dragons.
Yeah, you can have
Summon
dragons.
Satan.
You breed dragons. and
There's like a
chickens.
bunch of I think chickens was a different mod though. I think that was
really?
like a different mod that wasn't part of Sky Factory.
Hot
Oh,
take:
it might
baby
have been.
chickens are my favorite mob in Minecraft.
Baby chickens are pretty great.
Baby chickens are amazing.
Look up the baby obsidian chicken from Sky Factory, and it's the most adorable thing on the planet. It's a little gray and black chicken who's super happy, and I love it.
I'm impressed that we're talking about Minecraft. Like I never in a
Minecraft
million
is a
years
good
would I thought
game.
about we were talking about Minecraft.
Minecraft
It's
is a
fine.
good game.
Yes.
It's just it's there when you want something to chill and do
Yes.
nothing
I
with.
feel like
Exactly.
it's multiplied in its goodness when you have friends
People
to
to
play
play
with.
with, yeah.
But if it's alone, it gets really boring.
I
I don't know. I played it whenever I was
'Cause
alone.
I don't play online, and so
Yeah.
it's just kind of like meh.
I played it whenever I was alone, and the whole thing I did is I wanted to make a 64 chunk cube of TNT where it was completely filled in.
Oh.
So a chunk is like I think
then you crash your
64 by
computer.
64.
Right.
So I did
64
64 by 64 in a 64 by 64 cube.
Yeah.
So
geez.
those were all of the chunks to it, and I just made it with TNT, and if you blew it up, it crashed the server.
oh yeah.
Perfect.
It was awesome.
I made.
Need more RAM.
You're a Minecraft
I remember
terrorist.
when I would spend like night after night just playing Minecraft and like building things for my little cousin to find the next day. He's just like, where did this come from? And I'm
That's
just like,
so cute.
It was Herobrine.
yeah, it was. Well, I built this dome out of glass in
Nice.
the game, and I had like 4 different biomes in it.
Oh, that's
and It was
awesome.
really cool, and it took me for fucking ever. I think there was like
That's so
64,000 glass
Jesus.
like
Dude, building
blocks.
domes and shit like that's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
'cause you're
insane.
I would
building
download
something
a
round
tool
out of
that
a
would do it
square.
for me.
Oh, you had like the
No.
world editor?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That wasn't
Yeah.
a choice.
Please build dome.
This
here.
was this is
Build dome this big.
this
and
Minecraft
hollow.
wasn't even on like a console or a PC. It was on this. It was like a streaming thing, and the Minecraft was a part of it. They had their own little controller you could use, and so I did it in there. And I think eventually like the game
What the
crashed,
hell did you
and you
play?
can never play it anymore. I don't know what it was. It was cool though.
I played Minecraft through the Best Buy.
I played the
I played
arcade cache
Minecraft
at Minecraft.
with the remote.
I played.
It's a DVD game, but
DVD
it's just
remote.
Minecraft.
I played.
No, there was an actual like almost Xbox controller.
Okay.
But,
no,
yeah.
I went into Best Buy and played the demo of Minecraft in Best Buy.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's what I did with the 3DS.
it's like people are doing weird stuff. Like they had the Life Aquatica update recently.
Oh,
they
the
had all of
Aquatic
that stuff.
update's great.
So there was some cool
Oh,
stuff.
I
I
love it.
watched a video the other day of these people who were bored, so they drained the ocetion.
I spent
Yeah,
an hour
and it was
trying to
awesome.
hatch baby turtles.
No,
They used sponges and drained the ocean.
no.
What do you mean no?
How?
They
Sponges.
sectioned it off
Lots
with
of times.
sand and then filled the sand with sponges and then got rid of the sand.
Stop.
That's what happened.
That's so much
I
work.
spent an hour of the game breeding sea turtles and then protecting the little tiny eggs because if mobs walked on them, they'd crush them. So that these little tiny, I mean less than like maybe a 16th of a block big baby turtles would hatch out of
Okay,
the
that's
eggs.
adorable.
I
Little
guarded.
tiny baby turtles.
I built a fence around the eggs, like 2 layers, and I faithfully stood there with my sword ready to hit any creepers, and I hatched like 3 baby little turtles, and I felt so accomplished.
Interesting. I didn't know what turtles were
They
in the
got
game.
they got
Yeah.
added with the
They're a
Life
new thing.
Aquatica. update.
Because
Interesting.
if you can make a helmet that would help you breathe underwater if you out of turtle shells
Oh, that's cool.
that you could get.
So did
when
you
baby
murder
turtles.
your baby turtles?
No. I did not.
how
What
did you get the helmet?
what you do is you feed them, and when you feed them seaweed, and when they turn into adults, they drop a shell.
That's not how turtles work.
No,
that
it's
isn't how
not, but
turtles
it's how Minecraft works.
Hey,
Interesting.
is a turtle without its shell naked or homeless?
A turtle without its shell is physically impossible because their internal
dead.
organs are
Yeah, it's dead.
attached
There you go.
to the shell.
Dean got the joke.
Yeah, it's dead. Which is funny because of like Over the Hedge.
Oh god.
loses his
He just loses
shell.
his shell all the time.
He's
And
not
you're
a
like,
turtle.
wait.
He's not a turtle.
Yeah, he is. There's a character who's a turtle.
He's supposed to be a turtle, but you can't lose your shell if you're a turtle. So then we're like, what creature is that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the squirrel.
Hellspawn.
No. So what
No.
have you done in Minecraft, Drew?
Back when my friends and I in high school, we like the only game that we shared was Minecraft. So I would just spend a lot of time like making different like obstacles and stuff like with redstone, like all those fancy machines.
Oh, man,
I thought I was like a Minecraft master because I mastered
I
like.
never understood the redstone.
Redstone.
Honestly.
I never did either.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I knew there was much smarter people than me. Like I
Yeah.
was just
There's like people who made
Computers.
essentially computers inside
Yes.
Minecraft
They're
on the computers.
again game theory on their live stream one time. They made a cell phone inside the game that they used to order pizza in real life.
Wait.
I know.
How's that work?
I don't
that
know.
requires
I
mods.
don't
Wizards.
know. I don't know.
There's some Java like mods behind that.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, they made it in the game, made you think it was actually in the game, but they literally just had the phone to the mic.
That'd be really
Hello?
funny. They're just like standing there, it's just wool. It's just a picture of a phone and they're just
Oh
ordering
my God.
pizza.
They made you think it was online, but no.
Nah, me and my friends have a whole world that's just like games that we make out of like different redstone stuff. Like we made a working Nocturne and Totem from Call of Duty that would like spawn zombies at a certain rate and like spawn different mobs at a certain rate, and you could go to a mystery box that would actually work and spit stuff out. And like
Interesting.
all the stuff was enchanted to be different weapons. Like
The best thing
We
I
put a
ever
lot
did
of
in
time there.
Minecraft was I was on this really nerdy server and they had a building contest where it was space themed. And there were people making these giant Death Stars and X-Wings and Starship Enterprise. And then what I did,
That's not original content.
what I did is there's something called Fermi's Paradox, which is if aliens exist, why haven't they contacted us yet? So I took some wood and I found a pond and I built 2 docks and I put a sign there that said Fermi's Docks.
Oh no.
And I won.
Oh no.
I won.
The
It was
pun.
the best thing
I'm
I've
just
ever done.
The
disappointed.
fact that you can come up with that, that's what's disappointing to me.
That joke hurts.
The fact that you won against people building Death Stars. I
Yeah.
mean,
That was
Yeah,
my,
like,
that was my
I get that
fault.
wasn't original, but still.
Death Star.
Yeah, no,
That
imagine
was my
being that
thought.
guy. Like, you make a 1-to-1 perfect scale Death Star.
And
Like,
then
you've spent
There's, like,
months and months
rooms in
doing
it
it.
And then you lose
And
to
then-
this 13-year-old girl who built 2 docks.
Pair of docks.
Yeah, did a pun. Woo.
Better than the Death Star.
It was great.
Screw you, proper builders. Be funny.
I built
Oh man,
I built
I'm
an
so
obstacle
proud of
course.
that.
You built an obstacle course?
Yeah, it was basically where there was a zombie like that would spawn, and you had to go through a maze of like, what is that sand stuff that makes you walk slow?
Soul
Soul
Sand.
Sand.
Soul sand.
Oh, yeah.
And it would walk super slowly to a button at the end, and if you hit the button, then you would die and have to restart. So you had to make it to the end of the obstacle
Ooh.
course before the zombie got to
That's-
the end of its little maze.
That's,
that's
way
pretty
better
cool.
than all
And you
those jumping parkour things.
And you have to work together too, because like sometimes you had to all be at the right spot to hit the buttons
That
simultaneously.
reminds me of this online series. It was called Video Game High School.
Dude, I remember that.
This
Freddie
girl
Wong
like has like
thing.
the Freddie Wong, yeah.
That guy.
He made like this girl in the show like has like an emo episode. I don't know what, but anyways, so she makes this game, and essentially it's like you're walking down this road, and as soon as you stop hitting the walk button, she falls over and dies. So this guy is like, no, this can't be all that there is in life. Like, you have to have something good in the game. He sits there and presses it all night, falls asleep, still pressing it. And so he wakes up and lets go. And she recoded the game while he was asleep and made it like where like she like ascends to heaven or something like that. And I
Awesome.
was like,
So he's
and
trapping her.
yes.
He's trapping her on this eternal plane, or on this mortal plane.
Incredible.
He just kept holding the button. That's what it made me think of. Like it's just like essentially all like slowly walking through this like hell.
Oh.
And
It
now I'm
reminds me
thinking of
like
Stanley
in,
Parable, where
in
they
high school,
you had to-
right? Whenever everyone played the cookie clicker games,
Oh,
where all they do
no.
is just hit spacebar
No.
over and over,
Oh,
and like
no.
they
Those
all
dumb
played
games.
those.
Hmm.
I'm like,
I never
what's
did.
the point?
I never did.
No,
there
it's-
were some
it's so
games
good.
where if you tapped enough, it would
No.
give you like a gift card to somewhere.
It's good because high school was so boring.
What are you
That's
talking
why
about?
you did
High
what
school.
everyone else
High
did
school. My
and
computer class, everyone downloaded Halo.
Yeah,
played
that's
against
what
each
I was
other.
say. That's why you do what
The
everyone else
teacher
did,
was in on
play
it. He was
Halo.
like, all right, cool.
My teacher let me take naps. I told him I was tired during finals, and he pulled a pillow out of the closet, and he was like, "Here, sleep."
My senior
Weird.
year, I brought my
Very weird.
GameCube and like just a TV and hid it in a cabinet, and every day I would just bring it out, play for that hour. And
High
then
school, my
put it
AP,
back.
AP World History, I just watched 300 on my friend's computer while the teacher taught at the front of the
The
class.
lights
Nice.
went out. The power went out during AP Lit, and so we had the class president for some reason had balloons in his backpack, and so we just played the game where you don't let
Keep
the
you up.
balloon touch the down.
Keep you up.
Keep
yeah.
you upbeat.
You know, and then my English teacher recorded it and put it on her Twitter.
Nah,
And like,
there
this is what AP English students do when the lights go out.
My entire senior year, I carried the Vanguard, the games case, the games case with me every day, and so I would just speed run levels of Halo 2 during lunch, just the entire time. And like, there was points where if we were doing nothing in class today, I would just sit at my desk
like, okay, cool.
next to a set of plugs. I'd plug in and just play Halo 2 for the whole class. People were just like, "The fuck are you doing?" I'm just like, "Playing Halo 2. What are you
Dude,
doing?"
I'm playing
like,
cool
this is
games.
my
You're sitting here
lunchbox.
like a loser.
I'm playing cool games while you're playing cool math games.
There was a point where like
Cool
it
math
was
games are cool.
I think like the last week of school where no one was doing anything. So I'd pulled out my Vanguard and I was playing. They were like, "Dude, can I play?" I'm like, "Sure." So I just started bringing 4 controllers and we
Oh,
would
I
just
would've
play
said no.
Slayer in the middle of the class. So it was great because we just load into like Halo 3 Slayer or something and just start playing in the middle of a statistics
Man,
class.
I remember hating high school, but now that I'm like looking back, I'm like, man, I miss it.
I think I remember
Like, there was
seeing
a
a guy
good
during
schedule and I didn't stay up all night long like having to do schoolwork.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like
I both hated it and miss it, but also still never would.
I saw a
High
guy
school
during
schedules
finals
are a
week
lot
who brought a
worse, I feel like.
legitimate
I don't think
entire
they're
desktop
worse.
computer.
you have to take 7 classes.
Yeah.
You have to take 7 classes, but they're like
And they're all back to back.
they're all back to back.
Well, not in my school.
And
We
7
only
days,
took 4
so 5
classes a
days
day.
a week.
But they're like, you're on a like a regimen. You have a set up thing. It's not like, oh, I go to this class and then I
Like
have
I'm
nothing
gonna
to do
get
for
up at
3
7:30
hours.
every
Yeah,
morning.
it's like
Whereas
you
right
know
now
when
it's
you're
like
gonna get
it's up to me, and that's never gonna happen unless you're Brynne.
College is yes. I now have I'm going to have a French class at 8 a.m. every morning next semester.
luck with
College is like a beta test for adulthood.
Okay.
You're kind of
That reminded- have y'all
taking
seen
care of
the-
No,
yourself.
I feel like high school's more like it because
Yeah,
you
high
actually
school's a beta
you have
test.
to get up at 7:30 every
You're
morning.
just an
to go to-
adult in college. You just don't have a job yet.
Don't call me
Oh,
an
yeah.
adult. That
No.
scares me.
Oh.
I need a better adult.
We're adults here.
No.
No, I need a better adult.
Dude,
Anyways, you were talking. You
Yeah.
kept saying Aquatica earlier.
Aquatica, yeah.
For Minecraft, and it made me think of Subnautica.
Yes,
Okay.
Subnautica, great game.
I know that they're supposed to like make this Arctic expansion to the game. I saw
Really?
a picture of it or something, but
haven't
I'm not
seen
sure if
anything.
it came out or I don't.
I mean, they took
I don't know.
their
Like
sweet
I don't
time.
play Subnautica. I'm not a big fan of it. Like just
I think
because
it's
the
cool.
people. I think people killed it trying to do Let's Plays like too much.
Yeah.
Of course, I talked about Minecraft this whole time, and people Let's Plays
People
that
feel
into
bad.
the ground.
Yeah.
But I just can't do Subnautica. But I think it was like, I don't know what it was about it. I just didn't feel like there was enough substance. So if they're making something
Well,
more to it, that'd be great.
Subnautica
it's like
took
an
their
Arctic
sweet time.
environment where you can't actually go up because there's ice, like a layer of ice
Oh.
at the top.
Oh,
or
that's
something like that. And they're talked about different sea creatures and how they'll be different because it's a colder environment and how it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot darker even if you're like 20 feet below the surface because of that layer of ice. And I was like,
That's awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Subnautica
like,
took
at the
a
end
long
of the
time to put
game,
in a story.
you actually, well, I don't want to, you see the area that would be snowy,
Okay.
but
It's like coming soon. It's like
Yeah,
at the end
Oh
of the
man,
game.
that's
I don't know when it's going to come out or if they
It's-
really plan on it coming out because they haven't really said anything about
It's
it.
game companies. It'll come out whenever they
Maybe.
feel like it.
Yeah, sure.
unless they're Duke Nukem and it comes out 14 years later.
But that game was fantastic. Don't you know the 14
Duke
years were
Nukem
worth
forever.
Anyways, what's that game? Breath Edge?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the
Edge?
Wild?
Breath
Edge?
Breath's Edge?
What?
I don't know. There's
Mirror's
a,
Edge?
What is it?
people are calling it Subnautica in space, where essentially you're in
No
space
Man's Sky?
and you're just floating around and you try to you have to manage your oxygen and
No Man's
I
Sky, but
haven't-
better?
No, I haven't seen
no, like
Well,
you're
no,
just floating around. Your ship crashed and like there's
yeah,
a bunch of wreckage.
It's literally just Subnautica, but in space.
Yeah,
But I don't know
but
what
it's
it's
like
called.
they only done they've done an episode because they don't have like a full developer or something like that. But it looked really cool on what they had and it's like funny in its own right.
That
somehow.
sounds neat.
Yeah,
I'd play that. That sounds kind of cool.
you have like
I like space.
a depressing computer that just tells you like
A depressing
your
computer.
chance of survival is now 0.2%.
Is it just failsafe from Destiny 2?
It's Marvin the Paranoid
I don't know.
Android.
You don't know who failsafe is?
No, I don't play
She's
Destiny 2,
fantastic.
remember?
You should at least know who failsafe is.
Is
She's
it
the
in the
best.
original game?
No, she's.
Well,
in,
then there
she's
you
in the
go.
second one.
That's okay. So I bought Destiny 1, didn't play any of the DLC. Bought Destiny 2, I was like, cool, and then didn't play any of the DLC
Nice.
because I lost interest enough. Like I lost interest so fast in Destiny 2, I was just like, all right, whatever.
Dude,
Did I
I
even
fell
finish that game?
into
Yeah, I did.
I fell into a trap where it's free on PC right now for a little bit.
Until it has 10, it's 10 days.
Yeah, it's like
until,
10 days. So I now have a full new set of characters that I have to level up
Oh no.
on PC because there's people here who play on PC and I want to play with those
Ashley,
people.
no.
So I'm gonna play it, but time is a hard thing to manage.
Yep.
Sometimes I think Ashley likes Destiny for some reason.
Oh no, yeah.
No, I actually.
She's a
hate
big she's a big fan of like Bungie. She loved Halo.
it. I do indeed like the Halo. It's a good
Yeah.
game that
No,
one.
Weren't you like a pro at one point?
No, nowhere near a pro.
No.
I did tournaments like in front
You
of
did tournaments,
GameStop,
okay, yeah.
but that's it.
But you
In
won
front
money.
of GameStop.
I've
those
won
tournaments.
gift cards. That's about it. I didn't win like
Hey,
money.
that's money.
$5 gift card to GameStop.
Not a pro where you're being paid to play.
No.
But you were winning tournaments.
Yeah, I've won a few. I would win like free for all tournaments, and then what I was best at is there were Griffball tournaments, and I
Ah.
would do that, and that was super fun because I was a tank in Griffball, and it was awesome because my job was literally just kill everyone before they kill your dudes.
Cool.
So I would average a lot of kills per game.
Woo. Yeah.
I've been playing Smash for 4 years and I've not won a tournament.
I imagine Smash tournaments are like
insane.
insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what there was
Define
there was
insane.
They would be.
there was an event on Speedway earlier this semester, and there was tons of like organizations, not like school organizations, like companies, like Uber, Lyft, and Razer was there. And I went up to the Razer booth and had games. They had VR. They had
That's
like
awesome.
sit down like car seats for car
Oh
games.
yeah, the
I
ones
saw
that
something
yeah,
the
about
main
that.
like the main TV that they had like in the center, they were playing Smash. They were doing a Smash tournament, which is
party
people
game.
would just come up and if you won,
Welcome
you
to
played the next
college.
person that walked up. And I'm sitting there like I don't play Smash, but I'm imagining like there's people like walking up and they're just getting their butt whooped, or they're whipping the butt of whoever's up there.
I just imagine like that one person who's like super
awful at
into
Smash
Smash,
Four.
just like shows up and
Oh,
just
yeah, me too.
proceeds to beat everyone.
Well, they've got like a Smash club on campus.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that UT has like an Overwatch team.
Yeah,
we have like
that's
all
like a
sorts
part
of
of Longhorn.
Longhorn Gaming?
Yeah, gaming.
Yeah.
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 I'm not
I
part
got
of
on a
that.
mailing list, but then I
The
quit.
game I play is Smash Melee, which is not the newest
Oh,
one.
the old one.
So it's like we're not really associated with it.
Honestly,
we still have
the
a club
Longhorn
now.
Gaming, like I was like, oh cool, there's a gaming club, but they were very like competitive, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's not why I play games. So,
I saw that
meh.
they played a lot of AAA games, and I was like, oh, never mind.
I mean, AAA games are like what people play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So they're AAA.
See, I've probably only played Smash on 10 occasions in my life because I don't have it, and I've only really played it at like friends'
I
parties.
beat you. I
and,
played it 3 times.
Nice.
I'm semi-successful with Samus and okay with Fox.
I don't remember
and
the guy
that's
I was
about
good
it.
with. It was like a 2-dimensional, just like.
Mr.
cartoon.
Game & Watch.
Yeah, that one. I was good with that somehow.
I
Even though
spent-
like they're all
that's
like, that's the
because-
worst character in the game. I'm like, I'm still
That's
beating
because
all of you
he's-
guys somehow.
That's because he has spam attacks. Like I did
Yeah,
random
but you can
character
also
and got
essentially
Game &
fly.
Watch. Yeah.
Just
I
jump
always
up
start
and
as
Everybody hated me because
as
I
Zero
just
Suit
spammed his
Samus,
attacks.
just because it's really fun to use her smash and just go whomp and eat people with your suit.
then.
It's pretty great.
I like DDD.
DDD?
Yes.
I can't wait for DDD in the next Smash game.
I don't really. care about
DDD is
Smash.
like the purest Nintendo villain.
Pure.
Okay, I thought you were going to say
Purist.
character, and I was just going to be like, I raise you Kirby.
No, no.
Wait,
It's
no,
like-
Nintendo villain?
No,
Villain.
she said villain. I was like, if you said character, I was going to be like, wait a minute.
Huh.
I don't know.
No, DDD is
There's
just
got
so
to be
pure
purer
as a villain.
villains than DDD.
What is
Who's-
a villain?
Like,
In Nintendo or
in
anywhere?
Nintendo.
No, no.
I can't remember like any major games that aren't already in Smash. So
I don't know.
I guess like is Donkey
The
Kong
dog from
technically?
Dog Hunt.
Would Donkey Kong be a
is
villain? 'Cause
technically a villain.
he's
well,
an anti-hero.
Donkey Kong was a villain in the original.
But Donkey
like in
Kong?
Donkey Kong, yeah.
The newest Donkey Kong is not the same Donkey Kong that was in the original.
No,
Right.
it's not
Arcade
canonically.
game.
He hasn't been in a long
Canonically, it's
time.
not.
Right.
It's like his grandson or something.
Yeah.
Well, Cranky Kong, the one in like
Yeah.
Smash 64, or sorry,
The super
Donkey Kong
old one?
64 is the original Donkey Kong. From
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
arcade.
The one that threw the barrels at
Mm-hmm.
Mario.
And now he's
The
not a
Jumpman.
villain really.
Yeah, he's not a
Jumpman,
villain. Yeah. So he's just like I guess he's a good guy.
He's a
just kind of
reformed
there.
villain. He's a reformed villain.
So
Oh, we're supposed to start dancing now.
yeah, we gotta dance our way out. So we had a good talk about a lot of games. This has been Video Game After Live. If you want to hear us talk about more stuff, check out our show on Tuesdays, Video Game Hour Live. I've been Ashley.
I've been Brynne.
I've been Drew.
I think I'm Dean.
And we'll see you next time.